I'm Marny Nesher, President of the Business Journal News Network, and I'm here talking with Dr. Robert Dracker from Summerwood Pediatrics and Scott Brennan from Bankers Healthcare Group, our presenting sponsor for our Excellence in Healthcare Awards. The Excellence in Healthcare Awards is coming up on October 24th, where we will be presenting the A. John Marola Lifetime Healthcare Achievement Award. This award is presented each year to a healthcare professional that has greatly impacted patients within our community. In 2015, we unveiled this award by honoring and naming it after Dr. John Marola. In 2016, we honored Dr. Kiltz, and last year it was Dr. Spinoza. We are pleased and honored to be able to present the award this year to Dr. Dracker. So I'd like to begin by introducing Scott Brennan, ask him to introduce himself and tell us a little bit about Bankers Healthcare Group.
Thank you, Marny. Yes, Scott Brennan. I'm the Vice President of Business Development with Bankers Healthcare Group. And the company is now in its 18th year. We've built the company over the last 18th year, providing over $3.8 billion in commercial working capital and financial solutions to healthcare professionals, whether you're an MD, possibly a dentist, a veterinarian, a pharmacist, any licensed healthcare professional would qualify for any one of our solutions. It's a very exciting opportunity for us to continue our relationship with Biz Events, and you've been a wonderful partner.
Oh, thank you.
And we're extremely honored with Dr. Dracker awarded this wonderful award, and I know he is a dear friend to Dr. John Marola. So with that being said, I would really rather turn it over to the good Dr. Dracker because this is all about him, frankly. Thank you.
It is. And Dr. Dracker, would you take a moment and please introduce yourself and share with us also a little bit about Summerwood Pediatrics, and you also work with Infusicare.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm Bob Dracker, obviously, a pediatrician and with additional training in hematology and in blood banking. For 5 to 6 years, I worked at University Hospital where I ran the transfusion service, and then left there in '93 to take over small practice, which subsequently developed into Summerwood Pediatrics. When I was at the hospital, I was doing IV therapy for adults and children because of my hematology background as well and my blood banking education. And I had been developing a concept for a transfusion and infusion center. So when I left the hospital, I already had a number of patients that I was taking care of. So initially I left to develop the current practice, Summerwood Pediatrics, which has grown now to have over 30,000 patients in it. And about 6 months into my start at the pediatric practice, I had a number of patients who wanted to come with me that were receiving IV therapy. So we started Infusicare Medical Services at that time, which has also grown significantly. We do about 5,000 to 6,000 infusions a year for adults and children, primarily adults, with a multitude of different disorders. And as I mentioned, we care for over 30,000 children. We do about 50,000 visits a year. So I have a number of physicians that work for us and nurse practitioners as well. We have 2 offices, one here in Liverpool, and we have another pediatric office in Camillus. I love taking care of children, which is really the only reason I do it. And we do a pretty broad spectrum of services. You know, we do a lot of suturing and fracture repair if necessary. And we do a number of studies I mentioned to you as well, clinical studies.
Right. So is there, you do research, clinical studies, is there one in particular that you might be willing to share with us?
Well, I do both basic science research,
okay. Specifically
in the area of stem cells. I've been involved in the area of cord blood stem cells since the 1980s. A medical director of a company called AmeriCord out of New York City. But we do a number of clinical studies as well, primarily vaccine related to assist children with newer vaccines that would be beneficial to them. I've also done a study for children with Duchenne's muscular dystrophy, and we're doing those children today, in fact, and I've taken care of the 2 twin boys that were part of the original study, and we do infusions on them every week. We've done that for 6.5 years now, so
wow.
Year-round. So it's been pretty laborious, but it's helped them do very well clinically. So we enjoy doing studies at the practice because we can bring the newest therapies available for children, whether it's new vaccines or other treatments that they normally couldn't get access to. And it's fun for me to do. I've always done research ever since I was in hematology oncology, and I enjoy doing it. It's almost like a hobby in addition to the other work we do. So.
And that's wonderful, and that's why having all these opportunities right here in our backyard, I think is one, we're very lucky to have that. Coming from Central New York, to have someone of your caliber doing these studies and research.
Yes, I'm just me. I just enjoy doing what I do. It's nothing I see as special. I mean, it's more of an honor for me to take care of children than not. So, so I don't see it as anything very special.
Well, we do, and hence the reason we are here today to introduce you to the business community. And I'd like to ask Scott one last question as to the importance and the value is to having an event like this for the Central New York community.
Well, what I would say, and it's a pleasure to be able to be in this position on behalf of Bankers Healthcare Group's 411 employees.
And growing.
And growing, absolutely. There's no question about it. We look forward to the opportunity again to be the presenting sponsor this year at the On Center, as Marny mentioned a few minutes ago in October. Not only are we honoring in a specific way Dr. Dracker, but there are 9 other categories that we're also awarding excellence in healthcare based on various specializations in the healthcare community. So it's really our way to philanthropically give back to the healthcare community that we work in. And it's a very important mission for us to continue to do that. And we look forward to the event, and I would encourage you to register, get your ticket, and participate. It's a wonderful event.
And thank you for that. That leads me in again, October 24th at the On Center in Syracuse. You'll be able to meet Dr. Dracker in person, in addition to Scott and myself. For more information on the event and on the other honorees that we will be recognizing, go to bizevents.com. That's BIZEVENTZ. And we look forward to seeing you there.